one for me. You ain't got shit I need. Want me to take my time with you. Maybe I'm not your speed. Maybe I'm not your league. You ain't even got no cheese. Maybe.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is Destiny Shaylin, and today I'm coming to you guys with a story time video. And it's crazy because my story times on my channel, they usually get a good amount of views. So I was like, okay, what type of story time would I do? So I had asked my mom and a couple people like, okay, what story time should I do? So it was this one time that I don't know what I'm going to name this story time, just because of how it would seem. The time that a sugar daddy tried to scam me. So it's so funny. Before I even get into the story, y'all, turn your notifications on and make sure you follow me on all of my social media, and we'll go ahead and get right into the story. Basically, the story time, I went out by myself, and being in Houston and not really having, I don't have family there or nothing like that. And I just planned to go to this bar called Skybox. It was like down West Thomas. If you're from Houston, you know where it's at. It's just a little chill bar or whatever. It was kind of right by my old job, so I'll just go there and just have a drink or whatever, sit at the bar. So that night I was just like, oh, I just want to go out and have a drink, just release some stress. Like, y'all, I'm down for having a drink, any of that. I would literally go sit at a bar and have a drink and be fine. So of course, whenever you go out by yourself, and also if y'all want me to make a video on like how to go out by yourself and build the confidence to go out by yourself, I'll most definitely do that. I just went to bar, got me a drink or whatever, and so then I met some, one thing about it, when you go out by yourself, people are going to come up to you if you're a nice looking person or you seem cool, whatever. So I was just sitting at the bar chilling. A couple people came up to me. I was just talking, having a conversation. So I was there for a while, and so then I was leaving the bar or whatever, and I was getting in my car. So then it was like a group of guys, it was like a couple guys getting out of the car or whatever, and then it was like, I could tell it was an older guy that was driving them. So he like, I wasn't in my car yet, but I was getting there. So he like kind of came by the car or whatever, and I was inside my car then, and he started talking to me. He was like, oh, my name is this, and I'm gonna just say his name is T. So he's like, my name is T. These are my artists. I'm from Atlanta. I'm out here working with them, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So, we just talking or whatever, and then he hands me his business card. Manager or like managing them or something like that, like a talent manager or something like that. And so he handed me his business card. I put it on the side of my door. So then, so everything was cool or whatever. Like, he seemed cool. Like, I knew he was older, but I didn't exactly knew how old he was. But he seemed cool, and that happened. So I think he either texted me that night or he texted me the next morning or whatever. And he was like, oh, let's go have lunch or let's go eat or whatever. And at first I wasn't doing nothing that day, so I was like, okay, yeah, we could go eat. This was like early in the day, like maybe 1 o'clock or so. Or he said like we could go have dinner later or something. Like, planned around like 5 or 6 o'clock or something. So that time came, but I ended up going hang out with one of my other friends, and we was already out at the mall and went, ate, had drinks and stuff already. So later on I wasn't really trying to do that again. So I canceled on him. Like, he called me, I didn't answer. I was just like, whatever, I'm already out. I really don't feel like being bothered. So then I had I think he texted me and he was like, oh, I thought I was gonna be spending some money on you today. Oh, so of course the only reason why you did that because you knew you was gonna try to get my attention, which it did get my attention, but at the same time it's just like not really, because it's just like, I know why you're doing this. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't even think I texted him. May have texted him back or I called him or whatever, and then we was talking on the phone. So then he was like, okay, so what you doing tomorrow? And tomorrow would have been Sunday. So I was like, well, I work on Sunday, but I get off at 5 after work, we could do something. So at this point, when he didn't text me I'm trying to spend some money on you or whatever, I'm kind of a little interested a little bit, just to see like what is about to go. So Sunday come and I go to work or whatever. So he's texting me during like I think he had called me that morning on Sunday morning, and then that's when we talked or whatever. It was like, okay, we're gonna meet up later, we're gonna go eat, blah blah, whatever. So while I was at work, he was texting me like, so would, you know, because of the age difference, what do you expect from me, or this and that. So I'm just like, honestly, I'm just kind of chilling right now. I just got a relationship, so I'm not really like looking for any of that. You older, like I'm just looking for somebody to, you know, whatever, we could go out, we could have fun. Like I'm just looking to have fun basically. And so he was like, okay, cool. Like basically what he was saying, like what he was hinting at is like, I like, without saying it, but saying it, I want to be your sugar daddy. Like that's what he said, but not like, wasn't like really like sexual or anything like that. But basically he was saying like in the messages, I really wish I had the text messages, but I got a new phone and so I don't have the text messages. But basically he was just getting at, he was just saying all the right things. Like I was just saying how I hated my job at the time, and he was just like, well, you know, I'll have like some office work because I'm about to I'll be here for a minute with the artists and things like that, so I need someone to do like human resource clerical work and all that. So I was like, yeah, I could do that, whatever. He was like, I'm gonna pay you good, and just I'll pay your bills, like you don't have nothing to worry about, like just telling you everything that you wanted to hear. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But me, I'm still the type of person, like I need to see actions. Like I don't just go off of like, that type of stuff don't excite me. It's just like, yeah, it sound good, but show me. Like that's just literally what it is. It sound good, but you're gonna have to show me. I was about to head home. I think he called me or whatever, and then when I was like, oh, I'm about to head home, get some clothes, or I put some clothes on, you know, take a shower. And then he was like, oh, did your friend, you know, want to come along? Because during this time, if y'all haven't watched, go watch my story time about how my friend used me. This was before I put her out. This is like literally like a little bit before I put her out. And so yeah, you know, see if your friend want to come, my friend to come, and we could go out and have drinks, whatever. I was like, okay, well, I'll call you back. Me being a mama's baby, like my mom is my best friend, so I don't know if I called her, she called me, and I was like, girl, you know, just casually, like I would talk to my friend, like, girl, guess what, I think I don't know if I had already told her that I already met him, but I don't think I went into details or said that I went out with him or anything. So we was on the phone, we was talking, I was like, girl, yeah, why he telling me, you know, this and that, like all this? And she like, and how old he is? Like this is what she was like. She's like, how he is? I'm like, I don't know, like maybe late 30s, 40s, something like that. She like, you know, and so she was like, and what's his name? I'm like, it's, you know, T, but the name that he gave me or whatever, that's not really the name, but I was like, T, and she was like, you ain't got no last name, no, you know, if he say he this thing, you know, we need to Google him. So then I looked outside my door, I was like, oh, here go his business card. So I took a picture, I was like, oh, the name is this, and I took a picture of it and I sent it to her. So I get home, I get in the shower, I'm not thinking nothing of it. Like I know my mom, she's going to research, she's just one of those people that just wants to know, like, especially it's good that you want to know, and honestly that's how, you know, I should be, and that's how I am now. It's just like, especially when people give you business cards or anything, like anybody can tell you anything. Like I can walk into a room or I can go to a different state and say, I'm this person and this is what I do and this is my business, and I have none of that. Like I can lie and say, I can perpetrate and say anything. Like nobody would know if I'm in a different state. They just gonna believe what you tell them, and that's kind of how it was. Like, and it's crazy though, but let me just finish the story. So I told my mom that or whatever, so I'm in the shower at home and she called me. So then she was just like, you know, asking me something like, where he say he from and how he is again, you know, whatever. And I'm like this, so I'm kind of getting like a little irritated a little bit, because I'm like, dang, I wish I would never told her. Like now she trying to be investigating and all this or whatever. So I'm like, whatever. So then I get out the shower, so I think she was sending me screenshots of stuff that she found. And then me and her she called me and she was like, girl, you better not do it or whatever. And I'm like, what you mean? So I'll get the reading. First of all, whenever she called me the first time, I'm like, hold on, let me start doing my own research, because I need to see what she's seeing, like, you know, why she's saying it like that. So I get on there and I start seeing these articles. Y'all, he is a con artist, scammer. It's a scammer. It's a con artist. Like, it was so crazy, the stuff that you see on Google. Like, if you honestly, when you first meet somebody, you need to, if they give you a business card, first last Google, especially if you don't, like, they not from your hometown, not like, Google them. Google will help you. So y'all, I gotta find these articles. It's so crazy. Like, whenever I start reading it, I'm like, what the heck? Like, is this really my life? Like, was I about to get got? Like, I'm just gonna start with one of the posts because it's a couple posts about him or whatever. But the first one was like, T out in jail. He just recently stole $3,000 from me and my daughter's birthday gift and an iPhone 6. He's a waste of oxygen. I tried to contact his family and no one would help me. Do not trust him. If he wouldn't have stolen so much money from me, I would have went back to file the police report in Biloxi where this took place. I pray that someone can put this man away. Mind you, y'all, he told me that he's from Atlanta. Whenever you're going, like, whenever I'm reading these posts, this man has traveled every southern state. Like, Houston is the furthest, Texas is the furthest he's come, but he's going to continue to go. So he say he's from Atlanta, but honestly, through this post, you realize that he's from Alabama. So he scammed people in Atlanta, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, and now Houston or Texas or whatever. I'm surprised he skipped over Louisiana, but he probably didn't. And so that was one of them. And then somebody was like, they put his phone number, was like, this is his current phone number if anyone would like to see him in a few words. So like, for people to post like make a full post about you, you gotta be that, like, it's that serious. Because, you know, people scam and do stuff all the time, but you don't find nothing on Google. Like, you have to be doing this this was in 2014. Like, you have to be doing this for years and years to build so much hate and all of that. Yeah, I'm gonna post the screenshots. Okay, there are no words to describe this so-called man. This man came to my home to so-called help me during my time of recovery from my surgery. Little did I know that from the moment he arrived, he was lying and doing this thing. As the days went on, I noticed he was pressing the point of buying a vehicle and moving to Florida. Time of recovery, this so-called man who claimed to be a Christian went into my wallet, used my debit card to purchase gas, beer, and a plane ticket without my consent or knowledge. 2 days after he left, I decided to check my account and realized what he had done, but that fell short. When I decided to pull a credit report, I had 29 credit inquiries for dealers. To say, I had to call bank, all 3 credit bureaus to get this resolved, putting my credit in a total freeze. This man came to my home claiming to love me. Wow, I thought I had seen everything. Today while cleaning up, I noticed he also stole my iPod. This man has no boundaries, no shame. My sister helped me do a complete background check. The man is a thug. Y'all can only imagine what type of person wrote this, but the man is a thug. He has been a thief all his life. We saw the Fox News where he stole $300 from a 79-year-old man. Wow. Y'all, and I forgot to mention, whenever my mom did research him on Google, nothing, like, hella mugshots came up. Like, it was crazy. He walks and talks like he has money. That's true. Like, he was talking like he was just such this business owner making so much money and can help and can do this and do that. No, you're a con artist. It's a scammer. That's exactly what you are. The police report, so T has really expanded his territory to Florida. And now he's in Texas, so who knows where he is now. But he is 100% con artist, the best in his line of work. Wow, y'all. And that's just one post. And then it had a whole Facebook page. Whenever you search his name on Facebook, that came up. He supposedly, it's like in his point of view, that's something that he supposedly wrote. It was like, many of you may know me as a kind, gentle soul, but that is what I want you to see and believe. However, there is a very different side of me that you should be aware of. I have several addictions: drugs, alcohol, stealing, and lying, just to name a few. These addictions have left me homeless, jobless, and robbing innocent people to continue to feed all of my addictions. I don't care who I hurt along the way, as long as I continue to feed my addictions. I have multiple warrants in multiple states, So the police and all my victims are looking for me, but I'm much too clever. They would never catch me, LOL. Okay, so at first I thought he was writing this. This was in October of 2015. It seemed like somebody that knows him, or that he has, you know, the people that have been around him and he's scammed and, you know, used. When I read this, I was just done. Like, what is life? This is not my life. Like, yeah, you know, you see stuff like this online, and you know, you see other people that's so, you know, like, it just wouldn't be like, this wouldn't happen to me. Like, no, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't come across there like, nah, you know, you be thinking, but no, that's not what it was. So when that happened, I immediately, y'all, when I say block the number, like immediately blocked the number from my phone, and it was just over with from there. Like, I never went on a date with him, never whatever. Like, I'm not about to risk the chance of you stealing. Like, you might slip in my, when I go to the bathroom or something, like, I don't know, like, you can do anything. Like, you steal credit cards, you get all type of information that, you know, when you're talking to somebody, you don't think that they will just try to, you know, use stuff like that. But them type of people, you cannot be around. Like, no, I don't need you nowhere. You're the devil, And God knew that I did not need those problems in my life. And thank God for my mama, because she was not like, and she called me, she was like, no, not my baby, not my baby. That's the story time when a sugar daddy tried to scam me. I guess that's what I would name it. I'm not trying to really do the clickbait thing, so no, I didn't, you know, it didn't actually happen, nothing. I never met him before. I seen him once when I met him, and then Google gave everything away, and then I blocked his number, and he didn't try to reach out to me. Then y'all, I thought the craziest part was he really gave me his business card with his name. Like, you would think that he'd go by a different name or something like that. I'm pretty sure he knows he's on Google. Like, he's gonna come across somebody that's gonna be like, on Google it say you be scamming people out their money, you know, like, what's really going on? But y'all, that was the time that, you know, that happened or whatever like that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you thumbs up. Make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button right now, and make sure you follow me on all of my social media. And until next time, bye guys.
I can even roll in peace. Everybody notice me. I can even go to sleep. I'm rolling on a beam. They try to give me a God on my knees like Jesus, please. You don't even believe in Jesus. Why you got a Jesus feast? If you wanna leave, just leave. But you ain't gotta lie to me. Even I'm blind, 'cause